So I see that you finally decided to make the first step in becoming the best Fluffal player. You made a conscious decision to come to this channel, hit that button to gain some knowledge from the Fluffal God himself. Well, I'm here to tell you that what I do here is not for my benefit, it's for yours. I don't make a single dime off this channel. Look below, do you see I have 1,000 subscribers? No, I don't. What I do for free. We're just going to jump right into it. I know you want to know more about the new support, what it does, how it's good. You want a full breakdown so you can destroy everybody at your locals. I was once called the Fluffal God, but I had to disappear. Make them wonder if I ever even existed. Then when I come back, I shake all their hearts. I'm going to give you some knowledge right now. Let's just jump right into it. Not mine. I gain nothing from doing this. So, here we go. 3 Fluffal Dogs. You have to play this card. If you're playing anything less, at any moment you've ever played Fluffals, give up the deck. It's not for you. You're not smart enough to play the deck, unfortunately. I'm not trying to insult you, but if you're playing 2, just get out. 3 Fluffal Penguin. I love this card to death. Its first effect is why you play this card at 3. Its first effect is when this card is on the field, you can manually activate its effect to special summon a Fluffal monster from your hand. Most likely you're gonna want to pick Dolphin. But Penguin is so powerful because of that. It's why we play it at 3 and not at 2, because the first effect is special summon a Fluffal from your hand is not a hard once per turn. Its second effect is, which lets you draw 2 cards and discard 1 if you use it as a fusion material and it goes to the graveyard. 2 Fluffal Dolphin, the brand new one. So what does this card do that makes this deck so much powerful? So if this card is on the field, you can activate its effect to set a toy vendor from the graveyard onto the field as a back row. And then after that, you send a Fluffal monster to the graveyard. Of course, that's obviously going to be your wings. So that's what makes this card so powerful, that you can set toy vendor from the graveyard. You can just flip it up, and then you use wings effect in the graveyard, because again, you're sending it off this effect. It can be ashed, don't let anybody tell you different. Penguin is a level 4 water. Dolphin's a level 4 water, which gives you totally awesome. It's absolutely amazing. You get to draw 2 cards and get to search. Then you get to make totally awesome, broken, stupid, nuts, Fluffal wings. 2 Fluffal wings, along with 2 bear. Now, I know I hear you in the comments already. This has been an argument for Fluffal players for years. You either play 3 bear or 3 wings, or 3 bear and 2 wings, or 2 and 2. Guys, for this build, I'm going for 2 and 2. I've played this deck a lot. I've tested it. I know what 3 and 3 does. The thing is, what I'm trying to minimize of this build is clogging. Clogging is annoying and it's stupid and I hate it, right? It sucks if you're drawing 2 cards of the wings and bear combo. One of those 2 cards is a bear or wings. That happens because you're playing 3 and 3. I don't understand it. You can play 3 bear and 2 wings. I will allow that, but I will never play 3 and 3 ever again. 2 and 2, you won't really see a Fluffal bear or wings when you have one in your hand or on the field. That's just how it is, because Fluffal bears are hard once per turn. Fluffal wings is a hard once per turn. You don't want to draw these cards in multiples, and that's the point, right? It sucks as a Fluffal player if you're going first or the duel is just beginning and you open up with 2 or more copies of these things, right? Opening up 2 bear sucks. Opening up 2 wings sucks. Opening up 1 bear, 1 wings is pretty damn good. Owl, sheep, and this thing. So, cat, really good for chain blocking. If this card uses fusion material, you get to add a polymerization from your graveyard to your hand. Amazing for chain blocking. Fluffal Owl, really good if for a free poly search, basically. Or you can pay 500 when this card's on the field. You can use it as fusion material using itself and another Fluffal or Edge monster, whatever the hell you're doing. And the Playmaker, the new best card of the deck. I never thought I'd be saying that about Fluffal Sheep, but what this card does is absolutely insane. So if you control a Fluffal monster, you can special summon this monster from your hand onto the field instantly, right? You can activate its effect to bounce another Fluffal monster you control, special summon an Edge from your hand or your graveyard. It's actually insane. This card was never considered very good in Fluffal decks until now. Now that Master Rule 5 is here and that Master Rule 4 garbage is gone, we got 3 chains. Of course, I don't think I need to explain what chain does, but I will for the plebs. So if this card is sent from your hand to the graveyard, you get to search for a Frightfur card from your deck and add it to your hand. We have multiple Frightfur cards here. You got Frightfur Fusion, Frightfur Factory, the new Frightfur card, Frightfur Patchwork. Card is absolutely broken. People's like, oh, when we get Patchwork, we're gonna play this card at 2. No, if you do that, you're a simp and you're dumb. Get out of my chat. Edge Imp, the new one, Edge Imp Scythe. This card is so good, especially with the new Frightfur monster, Frightfur Whale. What does Scythe do though? So first off, during your opponent's main phase, you can activate this card by revealing it in your hand. You get to fusion summon right there on the spot on your opponent's turn. And the fusion summon monster you're probably going to go with has the ability to pop a card. It's actually insane. It really allows for the artifact engine we have in here. I play one artifact monster in here, what I'm gonna talk about in a second. Edge Imp Scythe is simply amazing, man. Its second effect is if a fusion monster you control be destroyed either by battle or card effect, you could banish this card from your graveyard instead. One Sabers, because it's Edge Imp Sabers, is Plague Spreader. One artifact Scythe. God, man. So you set this card down, right? Boom, is set. Your opponent goes, right? You activate, oh, not this one. You activate Scythe, right? Activate Scythe. Boom, you fusion summon on their turn. Boom, you pop this with the fusion monster. Boom, you special summon it. Boom, your opponent cannot use their extra deck. They're completely locked out, and like 99.999% of Yu-Gi-Oh decks rely on the extra deck to play. That's just how it is. I don't make these statistics. It's just Yu-Gi-Oh. We're Fluffal players. We can stop that now. I'm playing 2 Nibiru. I'm probably gonna switch these out for Kaijus, and I'm be perfectly honest with you. I kind of keep going back and forth, right? Because I see that new archetype, which name I forget because it's the bane of my existence when I'm playing any other deck but Fluffals. But that Earth type rock deck sets up so much negations. This card can stop them on your turn. Hopefully they don't put out a negation in time. But I'm thinking about playing Kaijus because again you get to just tribute summon on their turn, just getting rid of one problem card at least. 3 Toy Vendor. Best card in the deck, one of the best cards. So if this card is sent to the graveyard, doesn't matter how it's sent there, Foolish Barrel of Goods, Wings and Bear, you know, whatever the hell. If it's sent to the graveyard, it gets a search for a Fluffal or an Edge Imp Sabers. Same exact thing as Fluffal Dog's effect. Really powerful because it's so easy to recycle this card with the new Fluffal Dolphin we have. It's so easy to set this card from the deck with Bear or send it with Foolish Bill of Goods. So many powerful plays, man. 3 Patchwork. If you've ever thought in your head to play this card at 2, you're an idiot, right? I know I'm trying to stop Clog, and this card is a hard once per turn, but this card is just too damn important to this deck. You know, it's a 2 for 1. You activate 1, you get 2 cards, you get an Edge Imp and a Polymerization. It's too powerful. 2 Frightfur Fusion. Now, why do I play 2 and not 1? A lot of Fluffal players are playing 1. I think that's a terrible choice. And your extra deck, you will be playing, what's that goddamn card called? Let me actually grab it for you, this card, right? Even though this card is technically a hard once per turn, banishing fusion monsters, fusion material from the graveyard or the field, you can technically use this card twice a turn by going into this beautiful thing. This is why I play this card, right? It's a game ender, it's a surprise factor. You activate this one, your opponent negates whatever, you go into this, activate another one. You activate another one, you don't banish this cost. Why would you not play this card? And since we're playing this at 2, I will not take any other suggestions and I don't want to hear it. So, for my last, well, not my last, close to last. So we're playing the last 2 Frightfur cards. We're playing Frightfur Factory. God, I cannot let go of this card, right? This card is amazing. I can't let it go. I just can't, man. If this card is on the field, you can banish a Polymerization or a card with fusion in its name. When you do that, you can fusion summon using cards in your hand or your field. What about this new Frightfur card we got? I thought this card was going to be terrible at first, right? I didn't bother testing with it at all. I thought it was going to be terrible, but Frightfur Repair is such a good card, everybody. It's really good. So, what does it do? Let me read it to you because I don't want to misread its effect. Target 1 Frightfur Fusion monster in your graveyard, return it to the extra deck. Then you can special summon 1 Fluffal or Edge Imp monster from your graveyard. Jesus Christ. You can banish this card from your graveyard, special summon 1 Fluffal or Edge Imp monster from your hand. So if you use this card from the field, you can special summon from your graveyard, right? If this card is in the graveyard, you can banish it, special summon Fluffal from your hand. Both effects can't be used once per turn. This card is a hard once per turn on both its effects, but that's fine, right? Turn 1, you activate this. You activate it. Boom. Turn 3, your opponent goes, they can't kill you because you're just too good. You banish this card from your graveyard, and you can just keep going. Like, it's insane, man. I love this new goddamn support, dude. Again, when you activate that poly, the Fluffals get a symbiote, become a black spider. This is the most controversial thing about this entire deck build, right? 2 Foolish Bill of Goods. I'm not playing 3. Why? Same reason I'm not playing Barren Wings at 3. Same reason I'm not playing Edgem Scythe at 3. I don't want to brick. This card comes up more often than anything, right? This is the most hard once per turn card I think I have ever drawn off anything, right? Like there are many cards in this game where you play at 3 that are hard once per turn. This card I see too damn much. I'm either opening up 2, I'm either drawing into it, or I already used 1 for the turn. It's insane how much I get this card, right? It's insane. I don't like this card. I don't like it, man. Its effect is amazing. It's perfect. It's amazing for this deck. But I keep drawing it. 2 Call by the Grave. Because it's Called by the Grave. I don't need to explain shit to you. You already know you're a smart Yu-Gi-Oh player. That's why you decided to click on this channel. So, boom. I'm playing 2, not 3. Right? I do miss the 3rd sometimes, but 2 is just amazing. 2. Boom. 2. Boom. Why is this card a common? I don't get why Fluffal players have to deal with this common nonsense. This should be a secret rare, but what do we know, right? What does this card do? One of the new Frightfur monsters. So, this card is so interesting, right? When this card is fusion summoned, you can pop a card on your field and your opponent's turn, right? When it's fusion summoned. So, Scythe, you summon on your opponent's turn, you pop a card on their turn, and you pop a card on your side of the field. Now, what if you don't have another card in your field? You have to target this, right? Remember, Scythe banishes itself for protection. What can I say about this card? So, it can pop cards up to as many monsters you use as fusion material. Like what? You can use any amount. It has to be at least 1 Edgem Sabers and any amount of Fluffals you want. Boom, this card hits the board. The entire board is blown the hell up. It's blown to Kingdom Come. That's my last Frightfur card, by the way. I dropped Frightfur Wolf because it's honestly, it's not that great of a card, but I'm thinking about putting it back in. That will be the only suggestion I'll take in the comment section, should I play Frightfur Wolf or not. Let's wrap this video up. Let's get through these XZs. So, 1 Totally Awesome and 1 Bahamut Shark. Obviously, that's what we'll be playing. 1 Calamities, because I'm not sure if you realize this, but Frightfur Whale, that I just talked about extensively, is a level 9. So 2 Frightfur Whales can make Calamities stop your opponent from playing the game. I've been going back and forth with this card. It's either this Chalice Monster or Hope Harbinger. Hope Harbinger negates a spell. This card, when it's summoned, when it's XZ summoned, you can send a monster they control to the grave. And it also offers protection if a card you have will be destroyed. You can detach 1 instead. I'm playing this card, but again, I'm going back and forth between Hope Harbinger or this card. I really am. I don't know. 1 Boral Sword. This card says I kill you. Shout out to my boy. We got the 1 artifact, so we can get Scythe from the deck onto the field. Easy. We got 1 Cross Sheep because the plays are too nice. Cross Sheep special summons a monster from the graveyard when we fusion summon. Obviously, I talked about this card extensively already. This card is like, okay, you stopped on my plays. Boom, surprise, Tiger, blow up the board. That's it for my Fluffal deck profile. Now, I know you all have just been enlightened. All you Yu-Gi-Oh players out there who want to be Fluffal players, you just got a little bit smarter. So, thank you all for your time. Well, thank yourself for the time. Because I'm just here for your benefit. Again, it's not mine.